Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fulfilled Female Entrepreneur Podcast. It's your host, Cassandra Rosa. I am an intuitive life coach, business coach, and healer. And the mission behind this podcast is to help you to create a fulfilling life and business. Today, I'm really excited to talk about some unconventional self-love tips. Hey, so it's time again for another solo episode. And today we're talking about confidence. What a journey it has been for me in confidence. I have to admit, it has been a journey that has evolved from a girl that was bullied a lot as a young kid in elementary school, in high school, with a lot of low self-esteem and lack of self-belief, to an entrepreneur now that has taken a lot of big and drastic steps in my entrepreneurial journey that range from even in university, doing a study exchange and moving to Europe by myself for 4 months, volunteering in Africa, leaving my 9 to 5, leaving the corporate world in insurance to start a business, and just taking this big and bold step, and developing myself and leaving my full-time job in 6 months to become an entrepreneur. There were a lot of bold steps that I've taken, and that's just a few to list for you here in my life. And it's because of this inherent knowing about the importance of making my daydream a reality and choosing that and choosing myself, choosing my vision over the constructs that society had said, over what my family wanted for me, over all that stuff that was holding me back, and just choosing me and choosing making an impact and a ripple effect on the world. But I'm not going to lie to you, in all those situations, I had my scaredy cat moments. I remember freaking out, about becoming a full-time entrepreneur and not knowing how I was going to do it, and not knowing what my offer was going to be, and doubting myself and having imposter syndrome being something that kind of kept me stuck for about a year in my entrepreneurial journey before I went full steam ahead and was able to leave in 6 months. And lots of thoughts were coming up. And what I've realized is that whenever you're making a big, bold move outside of your comfort zone, doing something you've never done before, your ego comes in to try and keep you safe. It tries to keep you in a comfort zone. It puts this security net by telling you a bunch of nonsense so that you won't take action towards what your soul inherently knows is the best thing for you, and inherently knows that you are more than capable of achieving it. So before I share the hack with you, I really want you to hear this important message, that fear is a compliment, self-doubt is a compliment. All of these things that come up when you're about to make a big step in your life and make a change are a compliment, because you have this version inside of you that is so confident. You can call her your fulfilled femme. You can call her your higher self. The most confident you, your truest you, knows that you can do anything that you set your mind to, anything that you daydream about. It can be yours. You can do it. It can be a reality. What if it'll be a reality? It's just your ego trying to keep you safe. It's kind of like I was recording a podcast as a guest yesterday, and I explained it kind of like, it's like that protective parent that wants to keep you safe, be home by a certain time. Don't do that. That's what your ego is like. It's like the protective parent that's trying to keep you safe. So with that being said, see it as a compliment. Change your relationship with fears. Change your relationship with doubts. Change your relationship with these things that are holding you back, and just choose something different. We are in control of our thoughts. We are in control of our reality. And I'm doing air quotes here. if you're listening to the podcast and not watching here on YouTube, but we have the ability to acknowledge what we're thinking of in our thoughts and seeing that as something separate from us and choosing something different, right? Hearing what nonsense our mind is telling us and saying, nah, that's not my truth. I don't want to believe that. I choose this instead. So we have that ability to pivot. And the easiest way to make that pivot, maybe not the easiest way, maybe a first place to start in making that pivot is using this hack of connecting with your fulfilled femme. So your fulfilled femme is like your higher self, the most confident you, the you that is filled with all the wisdom, all the know-how. As I record this, it's 555, which is a beautiful angel number. Anyways, had to throw that in there. Sorry, I'm the geek that just loves angel numbers and sees them all day long. But anywho, having that acknowledgement that there is a you inside of you that is confident, that has the wisdom, that has the know-how, that can guide you in achieving that. So to have more confidence in your life, it's just important to build that relationship with that version of yourself and have that clarity and understanding of that version of yourself. So you're able to step into those shoes and choose to be her instead of being caught up in the ego stories. So with that being said, if you're wanting to get to know her better, if you're wanting to get to connect deeper with that side of yourself, you can ask yourself a few questions. So if you were the most confident version of yourself, how would you show up? Just marinate in that for a second. If there was no limitations, you're the most confident version of yourself, how would you show up? You can kind of go back to the past and the times that you took a big step in your life. You did something that scared you. That was a big thing. Could be like something adrenaline inducing, like going on a roller coaster that was like high and you were scared of, or enrolling into university and college, or starting a new job, even though you were scared. How did you show up? What characteristics would you use to describe that version of you? What actions did she take? How did you show up? What did you believe about yourself in that moment? There's so many, I'm giving you so many things to ponder on here, but really connect with that. And I'm just going to keep it going and you can listen to the replay and you can pause and whatever you need to do for this. But if you were going to hear him as this version of you, what would she look like? And how would she feel showing up to the occasion? If you're watching YouTube, you just saw I put my hands on my hips like in a superwoman pose, right? Just ask yourself these questions of how that she would show up, what would she look like, how she would feel showing up, and journal about it. Doesn't take long. Just put a few minutes aside of your day and do that. Because once you start to see this magical, mystical, beautiful, strong, amazing version of you, it's like you can put your superhero cape on. You can put that superhero cape on. You can put on those high heel shoes. You can step into the step into the position of this self and choose to think like her or him or be like her or him and show up to the occasion that way. So I'm going to give you a little bit of example and introduce you to my fulfilled femme. My higher self, my truest and most confident self is, if you're watching YouTube or listening on the podcast, what you're hearing and seeing today, because I connected with her before I recorded this. I stepped into the shoes and I just saw her in her like angelic, powerful nature very giving, this glowing goddess type of version of myself that is just confident, that acts in spite of the fear, that is heart-centered, that focuses on service, that values connection, that loves herself so deeply, that shows up powerfully, right? These are some of the things that I believe I am at my truest nature and form. And once you start seeing that and uncovering that and stepping into the shoes, you can acknowledge those times that you're not showing up that way and can get to the bottom of it. So, for example, when you are doing something that is not like her, so you're really scared about something and you're having the covers over your head and you're freaking out, or you're not being kind to yourself, or with like your words, or you're doubting yourself, right? You can acknowledge, okay, that's not me, that's not my truest form, that's not my fulfilled femme or fella, like that's not it. Okay, I'm gonna be compassionate to myself, I'm gonna give myself some love, I'm gonna use some mindset shifting tools, I'm gonna focus on healing, and I'm gonna step back into her shoes and show up to the situation as her or him. So once you start to uncover it and choose to be that person, step into the shoes, it can be so life-changing. It has been for me, and it's completely transformed the way I show up. So I'm not saying that I am this person all of the time, that I don't have those fears, that I don't have those scary moments, right? But now I have this level of awareness to be able to choose differently and make the shift. So you may be wondering, how do I step into her or his shoes? It could be a meditation. It could be simply closing your eyes for a second, just breathing, connecting to the moment, and seeing that version in front of you and feeling in your core how it feels to be in the shoes of this version of you and showing up to the day just like that. So with that being said, if you have any questions about this, you're wanting any support with this, you can write in the comments here on YouTube, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. My handle is Cassandra Rosa A. I am a life coach, business coach, and healer, as I mentioned in the beginning of this recording. And I have a course called Fulfilled Femme Entrepreneur, which is a 6-month experience to help you to create a fulfilling life and business with clarity and confidence. And it's really about you becoming your fulfilled femme or fella, I guess. I work mostly with women, but which is really embodying clarity and confidence and connection to yourself and captivating your ideal clients with your content and just being the creator of your life and showing up consistently that way. So if you want any more information, you can check out my website. It's in the show notes or the description in this video below. I would love to connect with you and see if it's a fit for you. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I'll upload a new video on Thursday. See you in the next one. Bye.